Alright, welcome back. We are jumping into Alchemical Laboratory. We're doing it on Nightmare Hardcore, mainly because Nightmare should be doable for us. We should be able to get some mythical end map rewards that might be decent. But the goal here is really to progress to Hall of Court so that we can get ourselves a mythical genie pet. And we want to level up our jester in the meantime, so Nightmare Hardcore is going to be the best way to do that. Okay, we really don't have the mana for that. Update, I sold everything in my item box for the mana so I could upgrade my weapon. That may have been a mistake, but I digress. Here we are. Here we go. How much damage do we do now? 1,000 damage per hit. That's pretty horrible. Whew. Beefy, beefy, beefy. He's despawning something, so let's not let him do that. Heal up a little bit, and let's take out the soldier. Let's get him over here real quick, though. This is really my only worry. The first wave. After this wave, it should be decently easy. Okay, cool. Let's swap over here. And let's do this. Okay. We should be good now. Kind of forgot the whole point I was doing this map for. Nice. That's beautiful. That's much smoother than what it was going on before. Much, much, much better. How good are these mythicals? Not great compared to the Tinker's Lab ones. Not that great, I will say. Alright, yeah, see, we are zooming through this map. My only concern now is the boss crushing our towers. That would not be good in any way, shape, or form. So that, we will have to see about that. Now, once again, this is a guide to progress to the end game. Now, it might not be the best or most efficient way to get to the end game, especially because I haven't unlocked any of the maps yet, any of the campaign maps. Depending on how long this takes, I may just go do a few moon bases until I get a mythical. And then I may go back to, as a matter of fact, once we're done with this map, that's what I'll do. I'm going to go ahead and do Tinker's Lab and level up a Huntress for the sole purpose to get a lupine bow. The lupine bow is great for upgrading when you're on a jester. It has many projectiles, and they're all pretty, they have a very close spread. So you can shoot from afar. It pierces obstacles like the floor and items and such. And then it It helps you make so much mana so that you can upgrade more of your towers in the waves. Higher chance of survivability, plus speeds things up a bit, which is really good. We are on wave 6 of 7. How is his XP looking? Pretty decent. I think he'll level up by the end of this map. He might. I don't know. He hit at 155. After this, I'll show you guys my Tinker's Lab one more time. Gonna farm that. Get my characters up. Get at least a jester up to level 74 so we can start kind of punch up, do some harder maps. I sold all my mana so that I could upgrade this weapon. It wasn't really probably the best idea, but we did it nonetheless. I'm not really gonna start armor farming until I can do King's Game. And for that, I'd like to have 2.5 thousand of my main stat on my builders, especially Eevee and Apprentice. But Monk as well. Very important to have your Monk up enough so that he doesn't, so that the auras reach far enough. And we want to do... I don't think that we really care to bring in more characters. Matter of fact, I don't think we will. We got 400 of each boost, so should be able to help us out a little bit during this boss fight. As you can see, the build is just kicking this map's trash. Maybe I could have built a healing aura instead of that fireball, but... And this is hardcore, isn't it? It is, yeah. Interesting. Okay. I'm not really concerned with dying to the boss. I'm only concerned with him landing on me or landing on the towers. That's the only concern right now. It's a pretty big concern because if our towers go down, we probably lose the map. Especially because our damage is so negligible, our hero damage, that we won't be able to do too much if our towers die. I suspect that it's going to be our towers killing the boss, not our characters. As far as plans for the guide go, really what we want to be able to do is get to a point where we're farming Moon-based Nightmare Hardcore to farm up some weapons, as well as decent genie. You get better genies from that map than you do from Hall of Court, and so you can get plus genies from that. On my main account, that's where I got my plus genie, was from oh yeah, we'll do this. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Well, that went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to. We got 2 achievements, I guess. Interesting. Oh yeah, we had a jester, and I was like, why did we get that? Sure, we'll equip that. Okay, that's the plan. Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get our jester up to
the huntress.
Let's see. Progression, progression, progression. We will do that. Ooh. That's a lot of mana, though. I don't think we'll get it, just because we will get them from Moonbase, so I don't think it's really a good investment to buy that. Tinker's Lab, Nightmare Hardcore, swap to Girl. Bring in our Jester. Bring in, who do we want to level up some more? Let's bring in you. And interesting. I am at a loss here. I guess we'll just bring in our apprentice. I'm not really leveling that squire right now because it's not really imperative to any of the builds that I'm going to be doing. The lightning towers are just superior, which is kind of sad, but we will use her as our builder squire for a while for the squire towers, just so that we can level her up, and then when she reaches level 100, we will switch her over to DPS. But that's not for a while, because I don't really see us needing a DPS countess anytime soon. And you can really see where the movement speed and the cast speed come in handy. Our towers don't really do too much more damage than they were doing before, so it's not really much improved. But as you can see, the build time is much faster. Let's grab this chest first. Now what I found is if you want to push this beam as far over down that staircase as possible, because the archers and the orcs can stand pretty far back. Build this here, and same case here, not as big of a deal. When you have 4 characters in though, a mage does spawn and he can get kind of annoying, so that's kind of one of the problems that the build has. But other than that, now what I'm gonna do is once we complete this map, we're gonna try running around to see if we can get a lupine bow. I'll show you what those look like once we find one here. Now some beams that I build to speed up the wave are this one here, and I like to build one here as well as down the way, in case any slip by. The spiders do get kind of annoying. You can get webbed and killed by one if you're not careful. And I found that that one is just fine, but if you want to be extra safe, you can follow the build from the first video and go about it that way. Jeez. Go. Take him out, and then that should be good. Yeah, and perfect. Alright. Okay, let's see if we can get one to drop. Okay. Up to 71. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to remove all of our characters. You can do that by hitting F7. I'm going to bring in our Huntress. Just put some speed on her because we don't really care about anything else. Nope. Now what's nice is you can get the lupine bows from Tinker's Lab, King's Game. A few of the endgame maps will drop it after you've done the Halloween event. It's like Halloween Spooktacular, I believe. And I don't know that I've actually done it, so that might be where we're going next. It's not difficult at all, and so I might go ahead and do that if we don't get one here, because that might be why we're not getting any. The lupine bows can also drop as end-of-map rewards on this map, which is actually really good. That's probably what we'll end up doing. Guess I can start picking these up. These armors. There were 4 helmets right there. Interesting. Gloves, gloves. Okay, I don't think that we have it unlocked yet, if I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, you have to do Halloween Spooktacular. I'm not too sure if you have to do it on Nightmare. But let's go ahead and check that. Challenges. Halloween Spooktacular 2. Halloween Spooktacular. Level 60 is required. Yeah, see, so it shouldn't be that difficult, especially considering we did Alchemical Laboratory, which is more difficult than this map, in my opinion. This map is just really, really simple as far as the build goes. And you have to defeat the map on a Huntress, so if you bring in one of each character, you should, in theory, unlock the lupine bow to drop into your loot pool. So, that's going to be our goal for now. I don't even think we need a buff over there. We're just going to do this. Okay, and here we go. This is my favorite map in the entire game, honestly. I really am a big fan of this map. Really, really do like this map. Ooh, that's no good. That's not what we desire. Get in the ore. There you go, Archer. Once we get a DST facing that way, we should be, in theory, good. Let's do a couple more. Wow. The struggle is real with the mana. Let's go ahead and do one more facing that way, one facing that way, and a couple more of these. One facing that way, and I think we should be good. We'll go ahead and swap over to our jester. We'll do this. I'm not worried at all about this map. I am worried about getting blasted by a bubble. Yeah. And I'll just be switching to I'll be switching my main character in case that has something to do with the lupine bow spawning. But I don't think I'll do a lupine bow farm specifically. I think I'll probably do some more moon base to get a better genie. Now you don't really need a lupine bow, so you can actually skip this step if you want, but it's really, really nice to have, especially if you're trying to push your limits, because you can upgrade your, like, all of your tower. Well, there I go. You can upgrade all of your towers before, like, a boss wave comes, like, for instance, Akatsuki Jungle. Yeah, you can, it's really, really convenient, and you'll see once I show you in a later video. My Huntress is still chilling. Let's do that, because we're going to be running around on the map. Tinker's Lab. We're going to want maximum movement speed once that pops up. And the reward you get from this map is just a generic lightning one. And so the nice thing about the lupine bow is that, or one of the caveats, I guess, I don't know if it's nice, but it does lightning damage, and then there's a bonus damage that it has that's randomly generated. It can be fire, poison, or shock. And so if you get the electric one, then it's going to be doing 2 instances of electric damage, which is not what we want. We want to be able to do enough damage where we want to be doing electric and, let's say, poison damage or fire damage. That's the goal, really. And so we will get there eventually. I need to upgrade anything on this map. Just that buff beam should be good. The real desire now is to transition as quickly to Transcendent, and then we're going to want to start getting character-specific gear. And what I mean by that is a genie pet, which will generate mana for your jester and for your tower boost monk. The tower boost monk I will explain in more detail once I'm creating him. But as far as the, let's keep things simple for now. We're just going to defeat this map, and then we are going to be on to some more moon base. Probably, I don't think, we might be able to do Nightmare. It'll be rough, because I won't be able to boost all the towers that I want to. But we might be able to get away with it. At least insane. Like, the fact that we got a Transcendent Genie is kind of crazy. I was thinking we'd get a Mythical and then we'd be chilling. But for the Transcendence, you gotta be level 78, which is unfortunate. As you can see, like, I've only got 306 cast rate, and I'm upgrading this stuff pretty fast. Another reason why you want your Jester to be your upgrader. I might go for an Adept upgrader. I haven't really toyed around with the idea too much, and the problem with that is you need, there's a specific weapon that you need to do that's more end game. Matter of fact, it is end game. You get it from Tomb of Etheria, but I don't know if we can manage that for a while, so that's why I'm doing the Jester here. Matter of fact, is that a, I guess we can equip these. I did sell that Fusion Rift that we got, which is unfortunate, but that is okay. Okay, we are gonna switch over to our Huntress, and gonna bring in a monk, an apprentice, and a knight just to unlock the skins. Here we go. As a general rule of thumb, you don't want to stand on your crystal because your character draws aggro. And if, let's say, an ogre walks by on Nightmare Hardcore and you're standing on the crystal, yeah, he's going to attack you and probably destroy your crystal in one hit in the later cases. So that's something you definitely want to avoid. Obviously, it's not really a worry as of right now, but it can be later on. We really don't want that crystal to die. What's hitting it? Archer? Oh, that's worrisome. It's a good thing we've got our other characters, which is good. Upgrading the range on this just to help out a little bit with the build. Okay, we should be fine now. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Coolio. Unlocked all four. So yeah, I guess the rewards don't really matter as far as the in-a-map rewards go, which is great. We like that a lot. We'll do some trap range. Okay, so that was that map. Not really too difficult as far as the that map goes. Pretty old challenge, so I'm not surprised that it was that easy. Okay, so we're gonna do Moonbase. We're not gonna attempt Insane yet. We're gonna do hard again. Hope that we get a better genie pet. Interesting. Interesting. Got some decent tower boost on that one. Anyways, we'll just, honestly, I don't think there's anything worth keeping in here. That one probably, let's go ahead and armor. Weapons, accessories. Okay, and then we're gonna just go ahead and do this. Nothing really worth keeping here. Sell all, and here we go. Hardcore, here we go. Get some more fissionables. Maybe we'll get an improvement on our old one. I don't know if you guys caught it in my last Moonbase video, but we are doing the button. There's two buttons that you have to hit in order to open the door to the dance machine. Once you do the dance machine, the third door that allows you to go towards the fish in the bowl will open. Some cool tips that you that I have are there's actually a way to remove these prompts here to show the enemies. You hit O, and hitting, I believe, B can change the way the loot shows. I'll show you that when we see some mythicals drop. Alrighty. Hopefully we can get a good fusion riff for our jester as well. But we will see. Notice that this door is open now because we hit both the buttons. Once you dance, that door will open. And I'm not really going to go for 42. I can just show you guys how to do it, but I'm not really going for it. And plus, I probably don't even think I'll go for a treadmill on a treadmill. At that point, if we're able to farm treadmills on a treadmill, we should be able to farm pumpkin pirates on a treadmill. And those things roll with much better stats. We just have to be able to do Spooktacular Bay on Nightmare Hardcore. Is a problem. Okay. I might use a similar build to the last time we did this, but I'm gonna build the LTs here just to make things more centrally located and make things easier on myself for boosting's sake. I'm gonna build this stack further back because that ogre was hitting the crystal on the first attempt. And perfect. Okay, here we go. I will build 4 here and 3 over here. That should max out our DU if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we're close. 102. That's not bad. And then we will do some minions up top, just in case. Okay, here we go. And I'll be bringing my jester after this wave, so we can upgrade him a little bit, or get him, level him up a little bit, is what I meant to say. First wave is... yeah, 9,000 is better than what it was before. We were doing 1,000 on our last attempts. It's a good upgrade. Alright, let's finish off our minions real quick. And then we will just spam G until we beat the map here. How much more do we have? We still have a decent amount of DU, so, or MU, sorry. Might as well just build everything we can. It might not look like this mage can hit both. My mage might not be able to, but the mage's range is actually a lot bigger than you would think. Okay. Alright, let's get some upgrading going. Pretty decent. Not doing horrible damage. We should be able to do this map on Nightmare Hardcore. Should be able to. Especially with this build. Might have to alter it just a little bit. But I think the overall gist is the same. Should be fine. Let's upgrade this buff. Yeah, the range on non-nightmare is crazy on the auras. Yeah, this is much smoother than our first attempts. Those Jinn were not dying too easily. You do end up getting a decent amount of XP from this map. Of course, that's strewn over many waves, but I meant to turn down this audio because it was pretty loud on my last playthrough. Or sorry, my last video, which I apologize for. How's this mana stuck down there? It must have glitched through the floor. This build is going very nicely. Yeah, should be good. I think I'm gonna bring in some apprentices, because we really only care about the fusion rifts. We want at least one with, I want to say 100 at least upgrades, so we can do some decent damage against some harder mobs on the more nightmare difficulty. There's a Jinn over there. Yeah, this is just simple. Okay. I'm a fan of this map too. It's really good. Very decent. I think you can get lupine bows from this map, if I'm not mistaken, as well. I believe the non-campaign, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Where the maps such as Dread Dungeon and everything show up. Lost Quest maps. That's the word I was looking for. The Lost Quest maps can drop it, but the campaign I don't know what I'm trying to say. The anything past the summit on the main story missions or quests maps. Can drop the lupine, I believe. What's great is we also unlock the ninja skin, which is really good because I believe it has bonus movement speed. I could be mistaken. Don't quote me on that either. But it is just a cool skin. It has less... No, it does have higher speed, but it has less hero health than, say, a regular monk. Okay. Yeah, see, almost 4 million. We're probably going to break 4 million on this map once we beat the map. Once we clear it, that is. Let's go ahead and get our boost on.